Hello, version 5.6 has barely begun, and yet here we are, already in the second week of its second phase, and the long-awaited developer's livestream is just around the corner. Naturally, the thought crosses our minds, where do we get Primogems for the characters we want, whether for the current banner or to save up for Skirk? But I suggest we set that discussion aside for now and focus on something else, which characters might appear in the story, or even become playable soon, in the Nod Krai region. So sit back and relax, this is going to be interesting. Let's start with what came to mind after I finished the main story of version 5.6 and watched the ending cutscene. I began wondering, who are the characters we might encounter in Nod Krai? Based on those thoughts, I put together a list of characters I believe are logically likely to appear in this new region, for various reasons. And just to be clear, I'm not talking about a specific version of the game. This is more of a general prediction. So don't take these expectations as confirmed facts. Let's move on to the main question, who might we meet in Nod Krai, in my opinion? First off, we might encounter a member of the Warriors Guild, which in Nod Krai seems to serve a similar role to the Knights of Favonius. I can't even imagine what this person might look or act like, but based on the region's descriptions, they could be a powerful warrior, possibly female. Next up, I think it makes perfect sense for Varka, the current Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius, who departed on an expedition to Nod Krai before the game's events began, to appear as a guide for us in this new region. Then we have the third character on our list, Columbina, the third harbinger of the Fatui, whom I've discussed often in previous videos. I see her playing the role of an antagonist in Nod Krai, though there's no solid evidence of this yet. She could be an ally, or as often happens, start off as an enemy and then join us later. Alongside Columbina, we might also see Tor, a previously known character, acting as a second Fatui representative in this region. He might try to exploit the knowledge he gained from Sumeru, but I doubt he'll be playable, since he's a very clear-cut villain. I also don't think the time has come yet for him to take on a major role in the story. Let's not forget the central character Dainsleif, one of the most popular characters in the game. I don't need to explain much about him, you already know him well, and we've talked about him many times. And since the developers have already introduced characters from the Hexenzirkel, it's likely we'll see one of them appear in the story. First is Alice, Klee's mother, and the leader of the Hexenzirkel. I don't think she'll appear directly in the game, after all, the witches are among the most mysterious groups in Teyvat. But it's possible she'll play a support role behind the scenes. The second which we might actually see in person is Barbeloth, the greatest astrologer in Teyvat and Mona's former mentor. She might appear in the story as a guide to help us make decisions and navigate tough situations. We also can't overlook the possibility of seeing Rhindaughter, considering that both Durin and Albedo, who appeared in the story, are her creations. But I think it's still too early for a character of such importance to show up. Speaking of Durin, who appeared in the latest story, he's a logical candidate to take on a major role. In case you don't know, Durin is a dragon who has taken on a human form. We've seen his smaller version several times before in the Mondstadt storyline and even in one of the summer events. Given his complex and intriguing personality, he might play a big role in the new region. That's all I have for now. Don't forget to leave a comment sharing which characters you'd like to see in the upcoming region. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Goodbye.